Hi guys, just doing a quick video here of the Flywheel Box for anyone who wants to try and make one of these for themselves. So I'll just start off with the parts we got. Just basic handle there. We've got some casters here which are nice and low so that when you pick it up you don't have to lever the handle up too far to get it moving. So starting with the box construction, we've got the top, which is here in Australia we use metric, so I'll give you both the metric and imperial sizes. The top is 4 foot by 2 foot by 3/4 inch thick. This one was red oak ply, which was a bit stronger than the pine plywood we've got here. So definitely wanted to be a tough box, so that's why I went with the slightly stronger plywood. And metric, that'd be 1200 millimeters by 600 millimeters by 18 millimeter thick. Then for the side frames, which runs the full length, that front face, that'd be a 4 foot. The sectional size on that I used, which I wanted pretty chunky and strong, since it's spanning a fair distance between the legs. That's 185 millimeter by 30 millimeter, or in imperial that'd be 7.5 inch by 1 1/4 inch roughly. So that's for the sides all around. Go around here. So basically that's just a frame. I'll flip it up so you can see. So it's just a simple frame around the whole perimeter. And then we got the legs here, which are 90 mil by 90 mil by 250 mil long. So that'd be approximately 3.5 by 3.5 inch by 10 inches. And then it's pretty simple. It's just a perimeter frame. And then we've got these support members inside, which I did out of, let's see, 70 by 35 mil. That's just pine. What would that be? Imperial, that'd be about 3 inch by 1.5 inch. So I'll just go back to the top here. And then that's it for the timber. And then for the mechanical components, I'll start here. This is just a 50 millimeter pulley, single swivel pulley. This is a cam cleat, which really works really well to quickly lock. Actually, I can't do it. Yeah, I just got to pull that. It's a quick lock and release mechanism used on boating. Then we got the flywheels themselves, which are just steel plate, 12 inch. That's 8 inch, and that's 6 inch, which is 300 mil, 200 mil, 150 mil by 6 mil thick, which would be about 1/4 inch. The 150 mil is a bit too small, 6 inch too small, so I've ordered another 2 300 mil discs to go with this one, which are on their way. Then the actual axle or bolt, that is 20 millimeter, or very close to 3/4 inch, and the length of it was 550 mil, which is about 22 inches, but you can change that. I'll just swing this upside down. So, and then to hold that axle rod in place, we've got these pillow block bearings, which obviously have to be the same size as the axle, so they're 20 millimeter or 3/4 inch. That tape was just to buffer out the slight gap to stop any movement. The rope, that's high strength 8 millimeter, or what would that be, about, I think 5/16 of an inch. What else? Yeah, they're just like coach bolts there, straight into the timber, pre-drilled. I think that's about it for the materials. I'll just flip it back over again. Then it's just a matter of the screwing pattern, how you'd want to fix this in. I can't remember exactly the length of the bolts, but yeah, they're pretty decent length screws. I think they're about 3-inch screws into the leg on each end, and the top screws I think were 2-inch screws. But that's about it. It's pretty basic when you break it down. The hardest part was the mechanism itself, playing around with that, getting the measurements right, getting the actual bolts straight so that the wheels run smoothly. I had to give it a few taps to straighten it, because when I got it, it wasn't completely straight, which was unfortunate, but I managed to get it to work. The spacing of that bolt, you just have to play around with, but I can give precise measurements for anyone who wants it. One other thing is the bolts, the nuts in here. There's 3 nuts behind this actual flywheel just to space it out, so it's sitting clear of the frame. Just got to put some Loctite on those so they don't come loose, but they tighten against themselves to keep it nice and tight. And then this last bolt I can tighten on holding that and a spanner in this slot here. Otherwise there'd be no way to do it. I was thinking about putting a quick mechanism on here with a wing nut, but that'd need a bit more work. I might modify it later, but for now it works well. And just to keep it tight as well, that's a spring washer. That's another just flat washer, but you probably don't need that. And the same on the inside, another flat washer and spring washer. I'll probably get rid of the flat washers, and I might be able to fit a 4th disc on there. I just left enough thread there. Probably get a 4th disc, but with a bigger 300mm disc, so I really don't think I'm gonna need 4 discs. It's gonna be plenty. So that's it. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I can help you out with that, and it's pretty much ready for paint and a bit of grip tape on top, then it'll be done.